going on, YouTube? Welcome to the shop. Thomas here. Got an old 4S telephone. This is actually my first iPhone, and I'm gonna change the battery on it. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I like to keep it around as a backup. And the other reason why I'm changing it now is because I have a 6 Plus. The battery's dying on it pretty bad, and wanted to fix this one before I tackled the 6 Plus, because the 6 Plus is a lot harder to take the battery in and out. So I figured, you know, in case I mess that phone up, I have a backup. So and I got, this is a, as you can see, an IFixit kit for the 4S, and got this little thing here too to help remind me where each screw goes to. Fortunately, I think on the 4S here, there's only a couple screws, but this helps to, you know, because the screws are by length and sometimes thread pitch, and if you put them in the wrong place, it can mess up the logic board, at least on the 6 anyways. So yeah, let's open this little kit up and see what we got here. How does it open? Do I have to open it? Tear it? I might have to tear it. Alright. And the cool thing about this little kit, anyways, by iFixit, is it comes with all the tools and the battery. You know, so not to say I didn't already have some of these tools, but I don't think I had the screwdriver, but yeah. Which makes it a lot easier, and you know, the kit for this thing's only like 16-17 bucks, so I think it's well worth doing. Nice little tools, anyways. Yeah, it's not too bad. And the battery. Little tiny battery. It's in a plastic sleeve. Needs to come out of that plastic sleeve. Put that thing aside. Tell you what, those screws are so tiny, it's ridiculous. I can't quite see them. One thing I'm thinking about doing also is going, maybe when I get this fixed, putting it on a different carrier. Because I was thinking about trying one of these like Ting, since it's a little bit cheaper. Actually, it's half as much as what I'm currently using, and just to see if it's worth. It's supposed to be on a main carrier. They're supposed to be using the same whatever network. But I don't want to change unless it's actually worth changing. So I think that, you know, once I get my 6 Plus fixed, I might go ahead and try it. I just realized a little bit of Loctite on that. You gotta flip it over and push the back forward. There it goes. And there it goes. There's the back. And there's the battery. Let's see here. tell if that's a Phillips or not. So I'm saying these things are so, yeah, that's Phillips. And it's like this top screw is actually longer than the bottom screw, so you got to, you know, that's the good thing about this little organizers. They've got to be put back in exact same place. Hopefully I can get the stupid things back out of the holes here. They're so, these screws are so tiny, it's ridiculous. I'd like to know what the thread pitch is. Obviously, if you're doing this, you got to be super careful because you don't want to bend the actual connector. Gotta be super careful with these little tabs and stuff. They're really, you know, I mean these. I mean, you can see how tiny is it, and it's just, you got to be really super careful. Oh, my air conditioner just came on, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, I wanted to say something before I continue with this. Try not to puncture that battery because it can explode or catch fire. So be very, very careful. This little tab will break. It's not that strong, but yeah, like I just said, it broke. Oh well. be real careful. There it goes. Unfortunately, that yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave that in there. I don't think it's going to matter. On the little connector, you want to do it end to end, not in the center, because apparently it can bend if you try to push it in the center. You gotta get that kind of straightened out a little bit, and then get this little doohickey back in there. Kind of like so. Then I want to get that end, and then this end, and then we can put the screws back in. Sorry if this is hard to see, but actually I need to loosen that just a little bit. Also, what I'm thinking about, I just noticed too that in the kit it comes with two extra screws for the outside. That's what this little thing was. I didn't realize there were screws in that little piece of plastic, but there is. And let's see. And don't throw away your battery. That thing's recyclable. It's lithium. They can recycle lithium quite easily. I got to figure out where to put or where to take it though. Just kind of push it back, slide it back on, and then put my last two screws in. This one's quite easy compared to the 6. Oh, you know what? Wrong tip. I don't know why they just don't use one kind of screw. I guess because of price. Yeah, it turned on. It's really low. So I need to, where's my, oh yeah. Need to charge it. So I'll let that thing charge all the way up. And then it looks like we're good to go. That's pretty simple. Not a hard fix for that. I don't know if I would necessarily repair other things on it since it's so old. But the battery was so cheap, it's just like, why not, it's better than buying a new one. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know if you can see it, it's like really, really low. But yeah, no, you can't see the battery on there. It was already like in the red, like big time in the red, so yeah, I'll let that thing charge up, and then hopefully it's all ready to go. But as you can see, it was quite simple. It didn't even take that long. So yeah, if you have a 4S that's not working because of the battery, it's pretty simple. Alright guys, see you next time.